London, the capital of the United Kingdom, is one of the most vibrant and diverse cities in the world. With a rich history, world-class museums, bustling markets, iconic landmarks, and a thriving arts scene, the city is a magnet for tourists from across the globe. However, as exciting as London is, it can also be overwhelming, especially for first-time visitors. To make the most of your trip, it's important to plan ahead and be prepared for everything from navigating public transport to choosing the best attractions. Today, we'll provide essential tips to help you enjoy your time in London, whether you're visiting for a few days or an extended stay. Remember to hit like and subscribe for more videos. Understanding London's neighborhoods. London is a sprawling city made up of a patchwork of distinct neighborhoods, each with its own character, attractions, and vibe. It's essential to understand the layout of the city to make the most of your time. Central London is where you'll find most of the major tourist attractions like Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, Trafalgar Square, and the West End Theatre District. West London is home to Notting Hill, famous for its pastel-colored houses and the Portobello Road Market. Kensington and Chelsea are also in this area, with attractions like the Victoria and Albert Museum, Natural History Museum, and Hyde Park. East London, including Shoreditch and Hackney, is known for its more alternative vibe, offering great street art, trendy cafes, and vibrant nightlife. The Tower of London and Tower Bridge are also located in this part of the city. South Bank and Southwark are where you'll find the London Eye, Shakespeare's Globe Theatre, Tate Modern, and Borough Market. By understanding the city's layout, you can plan your itinerary to minimize travel time and focus on specific neighborhoods each day. Navigating London's public transport. London is a large city, but it's also incredibly well connected thanks to its extensive public transportation system. The key to getting around efficiently is to understand how to use the different forms of public transport. The London Underground, or the Tube, is the most popular way for locals and tourists to get around the city. The Tube consists of 11 lines, each color-coded on maps, with stations located all over London. A few tips for riding the Tube: get an Oyster card or use contactless payment, credit card, debit card, or smartphone, to travel on the Tube. These payment methods are far cheaper than buying single tickets. You can top up an Oyster card as needed, and there's a daily fare cap, so once you've spent a certain amount, you can travel freely for the rest of the day. Avoid peak travel times if possible. The Tube can get extremely crowded during rush hours, roughly 7:30 to 9:30 in the morning and 5 to 7 in the evening. Plan your route in advance using apps like City Mapper or Google Maps, which provide real-time directions and information about tube lines and potential delays. Be aware that the Tube doesn't run 24 hours on most lines. While some lines offer night service on weekends, others close after midnight. London's iconic red double-decker buses are a great way to see the city while traveling between destinations. The bus network covers areas that the Tube doesn't, and it can be cheaper and more scenic. Some tips for using buses: use your Oyster card or contactless payment on buses as well. Note that buses are cashless, so you cannot pay with coins or bills on board. Buses run 24 hours on many routes, which makes them a great option for late-night travel when the Tube is closed. Be sure to press the stop button when you're ready to get off, as buses don't automatically stop at every stop. London's Overground and DLR, or Docklands Light Railway, systems complement the Tube and are useful for reaching outer areas like Greenwich Hampstead Heath and parts of East London. They use the same fare system as the Tube, and you can tap in and out with an Oyster card or contactless payment. London is a very walkable city, and in many cases it's faster to walk between tube stations than to take the train. In central London, many attractions are within walking distance of each other. If you're interested in cycling, London has a popular bike-sharing scheme known as Santander Cycles, commonly referred to as Boris Bikes. You can rent bikes at docking stations around the city and cycle along designated bike lanes. However, be cautious as London's roads can be busy, and cycling is recommended for more confident riders. London is a year-round destination, but the time of year you visit can greatly affect your experience. Summer, from June to August, is the peak tourist season with warmer weather and long daylight hours. However, it's also the busiest time, with crowds at major attractions and higher accommodation prices. Parks like Hyde Park and Regent's Park are particularly lovely in the summer, and outdoor events and festivals are common. Spring, from March to May, and autumn, from September to November, are great times to visit. The weather is milder, there are fewer tourists, and prices are often lower. In spring, the city's gardens and parks are in full bloom, while autumn brings beautiful foliage. Winter, from December to February, can be cold and damp, but if you're a fan of winter festivities, Christmas in London is magical. The city is adorned with lights, holiday markets pop up, and there's ice skating at landmarks like the Natural History Museum and Somerset House. Just be prepared for shorter daylight hours and potentially rainy weather. London can be an expensive city, but with a little planning you can manage your budget effectively. The currency in London is the British pound sterling. Credit and debit cards are widely accepted, and contactless payments are commonly used for small purchases. ATMs are plentiful, but check with your bank regarding international withdrawal fees. Tipping is not as ingrained in London as it is in other parts of the world, like the United States. Service charges are often included in the bill at restaurants, usually around 12.5%. If a service charge isn't included, a tip of 10 to 15% is standard. Tipping in bars or pubs is not expected, but rounding up your bill or leaving small change is appreciated. Many of London's top museums and galleries, including the British Museum, National Gallery and Tate Modern, offer free admission to their permanent collections. You can also visit parks, markets and landmarks like Trafalgar Square and Covent Garden without spending a penny. If you plan on visiting a lot of paid attractions, consider purchasing a London Pass. This tourist card offers access to over 80 attractions, including the Tower of London, Westminster Abbey, and a Thames River cruise at a discounted price. London has a world-renowned food scene that reflects its multicultural population. Whether you're looking for Michelin-starred dining or affordable street food, you'll find it in London. One of the quintessential British experiences is afternoon tea. For a luxurious experience, head to places like the Ritz, Claridge's, or Fortnum and Mason, where you can indulge in finger sandwiches, scones, and pastries. Many places offer themed afternoon teas, providing a fun twist on tradition. London's markets are fantastic places to sample food from around the world. Borough Market is one of the most famous, offering everything from fresh produce to street food. Camden Market, Maltby Street Market, and Brick Lane Market are also great options for diverse and affordable eats. No visit to London is complete without trying fish and chips. While you'll find it on many pub menus, for an authentic experience, head to a traditional chippy like Poppy's or the Golden Hind. London's pubs are a cornerstone of British culture, and visiting one is a must. Many pubs offer hearty meals like Sunday roasts, pies, and bangers and mash. Pubs are also great places to meet locals and enjoy a pint of local beer or ale. While London has an endless number of attractions, it's easy to fall into tourist traps. Here are some tips for avoiding them. Skip the overhyped restaurants in tourist-heavy areas like Leicester Square and Piccadilly Circus. Instead, venture into nearby neighborhoods like Soho, Covent Garden, or Marylebone for better dining options. Avoid hop-on hop-off buses unless you have limited mobility or time. These tours are often expensive and can get stuck in traffic. Instead, use public transport or walk between attractions. Be cautious of souvenir shops near major attractions like Oxford Street or Big Ben. Prices are often inflated, and the quality is low. For unique souvenirs, check out independent shops or markets. London is generally a safe city, but like any major metropolis, it's important to stay aware of your surroundings. Pickpocketing can occur in crowded areas, particularly around tourist attractions, train stations, and on public transport. Keep your belongings secure and be mindful of your surroundings. If you encounter an emergency, dial 999 for police, fire, or medical assistance. While English is the official language, London is one of the most multicultural cities in the world, and you'll hear a wide variety of languages spoken. Most people in the service industry speak English, so language barriers are minimal for English speakers. London is a city that offers endless possibilities for exploration, from its iconic landmarks and historic sites to its bustling markets, vibrant art scene, and green spaces. With the right planning and a little insider knowledge, you can make the most of your trip and create lasting memories. Whether you're traveling for a few days or an extended stay, these tips will help you navigate the city, stay on budget, and fully enjoy all that London has to offer. Thanks for watching.